Hello, everybody. You still want to be an expert in Windows 2019? This is the right place for you, okay? I try really to share. We can pass more time, but really my goal is to make a small resume of what is Windows 2019. The next training will be about 2022, but 2019 is still very used in the world, okay? So let's see now the networking part, okay? So let's start with my DHCP. What is DHCP? DHCP is just a server that will give you an IP address. It's very simple, okay? So you have a pool, and each computer, laptop, printer, everything will take an IP on this pool. And if you don't need, again, this IP, you can just, say, I don't want it, and it will go back on the pool, okay? And DHCP is automated process, okay? And it is more accurate than manually IP configuration because you cannot, go in all your 20,000 computer and add them manually. It's not possible. So to have a DHCP, you must install the role, activate the DHCP, create a scope, and set up the option. Okay. Remember something very important is that when a DHCP client wants an IP, he will discover. He will say, hey, guys, where's the DHCP? Okay. So he will do a broadcast. And after DHCP will offer his services. And after he will request an IP. And after, of course, DHCP will reply, will say, okay, I'm ready to give you my IP. Remember that when the DHCP lease reach 50% of the lease time, the client automatically attempts to renew the lease. It's a unicast DHCP request, a unicast. If the DHCP client cannot contact the DHCP server, then the client waits until 85% tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock of the lease time expire. At this point, the client sends a DHCP request broadcast. Okay, so remember that. Okay, so it's very simple to install a DHCP, really. And after, you will have to set up the option. What is the option? Of course, a computer needs the IP of the gateway, the IP of the DNS server, the subnet mask, the list time, the PXE address, okay? And you can add this option, the DHCP option, everywhere on your server, on your scope, on your class level, on a reserved client for DHCP reservation, for example, okay? So before that, let's see how it's work. Okay, actually, I have one DHCP server. I'm not going to install a new one, okay, just to show you how it's working. So here I am my AD. Let's close my AD. Go my here. And if I go back to my server manager here, you can see that I have a DHCP server. Okay, if I go here, I could see DHCP here. So the first time is that you just have to install your DHCP server. To install a DHCP server, the best is to have two DHCP server. Okay, so if I go here, the first time you go in add role and services, you go here, and you select the first DC you have, and you type just DHCP server here. See DHCP server. So it has been installed. When your DHCP is installed here, you have to do authorization. What is authorization? Is the fact that at the beginning your DHCP server doesn't work, okay? It doesn't give you any IP address. So you must go on your server and you must authorize it, okay? You can also unauthorize it. If you do that, of course, the server cannot anymore respond to client requests. So the first thing is that you must do that, because if you do unauthorize, you do yes, the color will change, okay? It will be red like this. So of course you must authorize that. And now if I do back here, it's green. After that, the second step when you create the DHCP server is to create a scope. Let me show you what is a scope. When you are here, I have a scope here. Okay, let me show you my scope. So you have to create a scope saying what is the star IP address, what is the end IP address, and the mask. So I can see here that I cannot really go more than 40 IP address, but I can change my scope and my mask. And this is my durations for 8 hours, 8 days. Wi-Fi is 8 hours, okay? Or I can say unlimited, okay? Normally I do limited to 8 days. I can have a description here, for example, scope 1 demo. Rock and roll. Here I have my DNS, so he will automatically update my DNS. This is fantastic. Okay, I like it a lot. And this is the name protection for DNS. I can go advanced here. This is for the IP dynamically sent by DHCP. It can be by bootp, but actually it's by DHCP. And I can do OK here. After that, if I go in my address pool, I can see my pool and I can see my list. This is all the computer are actually using my DHCP server. For example, I have my post 2, okay, second one. It's 122. Okay, let's see if it's that. So let's go on this one, and let's see if it's 122. Let's change my keyboard. Oh, I have just a problem with my keyboard again. Oh, it's okay. Okay, cool. So let's see if the address is the one I just showed you before. So it must be 22 at the end. And that's it. And I can see also, if I make it a little bigger, that if I do a /all, I can even see the DHCP server here. Okay, so I'm sure it's coming from the DHCP server. Let's go back here. So here I have it here. Okay, I have all of my other one here: blue, green, Superman, and okay. And here I can see the lease expiration here. See, lease expiration here. So the 11 here. No, I'm gonna do better like that. Okay, yeah. The unique ID, network address protection, probation, expiration. You know, I have a lot of here colon here. If I want, I can even, I think, add colon. No, I cannot add colon. Okay, it doesn't matter. It's not very important that. I can see all my, I can go here. I can, you know, delete it, add to reservation. So I can now say that each time this PC have a reservation, okay, here. And my reservation saying that I have my MAC address of this workstation, so he will all the time has this address 222. This is important if you want the computer to have all the time the same address. Otherwise, you can go here in reservation and just remove it, and you are sure that maybe it can change. Maybe. Okay. So what else? The option is very important, okay? The scope option. So each time a user asks for an IP, he will have also the name of my router, the name of my DNS server, and the name of my here DNS name, okay? So to go out to the internet, he will have this address here. Let's go on my workstation to solve that, okay? So you can see that my DNS server is this one, okay? So meaning that he knows that it's my DNS server. So each time I want to go outside, for example, if I go to my website, like Fluctuation IT, Fluctuation, by the way, I will change the name of my website because it's a little complicated. And if I go on my Fluctuation IT website here, okay, here, you can see that I have, I have my website here, and here is all my English course, okay? So this is all the training English course, okay? You can have all them here, okay? So like you want. And here's all my French ID course, okay? It's depending on what you want to do, but it's more like French, like you know, Windows, SCCM, English, or things like that, okay? This is all my French courses, okay? I don't know why I'm here. Yeah, okay, so this is my DNS server, okay? So I can go out because it's through my DNS server. I can see that because here, if I go on my DNS server, where is my DNS server? Yep, it's here. I can see that if I go on Fluctuation IT, I can go here on my DNS server, and I can see that all my computers has the address. So if I go back to my server manager, I can go here to my DNS server, and I can see my forward zone, okay? And I can see all, if I go in view advanced, I can see all the cache lookups. So I can see that all my user went on, for example, fluctuationit.com. And here, I know that all the user came here and I know that user search for fluctuationit.com, for example, okay? If I go here, I can see fluctuationit, and I can see the alias name, okay? It's domain.podia.com. So it goes directly to domain.podia.com here. But maybe a user went on Microsoft, okay, Office client, for example, Target, and so I can see all my users in my company. If I have 10,000 users, I can see what they're doing actually, because all is going through this. So I can see that user going PayPal or you know, special website. So pay attention about that. Okay, YouTube, Xbox services, and things like that. Okay. So this is my option here, meaning that I can add other option. Okay, I can add so many options. Okay, for example, I can add, you know, my Pixie boot. We saw about that in the installation, remember, of my training. You can add a lot of option. Okay, add the option if somebody asks you to add an option. Okay, so scope and reservation. Okay, reservation linked to a MAC address, remember. And here this is some example of your PowerShell command that you can use to manage your DHCP. Add a DHCP scope, get statistic, remove a scope, all what you want, you can do it here. DHCP authorization. Remember that at the beginning, DHCP is not going to broadcast in the IP address. Okay, so you can avoid this by authorizing server. If you do add DHCP server in DC, meaning that he will be authorized to give IP address. Now, something very important is DHCP failover. Because the problem in my situation is that I have only one DHCP server. Okay, so I have only one here. But if I go now on my second DC here, let's see if I have another DHCP server here. Maybe I have one. So let's go back here and let's type my password. And let's see if I have another DHCP server here. Okay, no, I don't have any DHCP server. So what I can do now is that I can add a new DHCP server on this server here. Let's do it, okay? But I'm not going to do anything on it, okay? So I'm going to type DHCP server, and I'm just going to do next, 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 next. Nothing else. Why? Because there's a new feature with Fantastic that I love, is the cluster. What is a cluster? A cluster is a way that you can add a second DHCP in a failover, okay? And it's the preferred option for high-ability DHCP services. To configure DHCP failover, you establish a failover relationship between the two DHCP servers and give the relationship a unique name. You have two solutions, load balance ratio, 50-50 or out standby. This is the best solution. Why? Because load balance, he will say, okay, each server will be used. Out standby, meaning that only the first server will be used and the second server will be used in case of the first one goes down. Ooh, wow, that's fantastic. And you can configure the MCLT parameter to specify the amount of time that a DHCP server would wait when a partner is unavailable before it assumes control of the address range, 1 hour. You can also do auto state switchover internal manually by changing the option partner down auto. You can do it by yourself, okay? So this is really fantastic. So let's go here, and I can see that now I can do complete DHCP configuration. I'm just going to authorize it, okay? So that's it. Administrator, commit, and that's finished. Now, look, the beauty of the solution. If you go here on your DHCP server, you can see, oh, sorry, DHCP server, you can see that you have nothing here. See, nothing here, no scope, nothing, okay? So let's take the IP address of this server. And now we're going to add it to the first server. So it's 101. Okay, cool. Let's go on my first AD. So I'm going to go here on my server here, DHCP server. And what I'm going to do is that I'm going to go here and I'm going to configure failover. Okay. So this is the scope, next. And I'm going to say 192.168.101. 101. Add server. and this authorization DHCP server. Okay, so select a server you want to add to your console. So it's gonna be browse AD2, I think so. Yeah, that's better. And okay, I'm gonna do next. Now relationship name. Okay, it's gonna be 80 to 82. Maximum client lead time, remember, 1 hour. And let's say load balance or standby. If I do load balance, that's better, it's 1550, okay? State switch over interval, enable message notification. I'm going to type 1. This is to be able, this is a circuit key between my first and my second server. Next, and that's it. And that's finished. Woohoo! This is amazing. So let's go on my second server now. And you will see something fantastic. I will do just that and it's finished. He did all the work for me. This is the beauty here. I have everything here. I have here my scope here. So that's it. I pull all right here. This is amazing. Okay. And I can see here deconfigure failover, replication, scope, replication relationship. So see, I can do so many things here. I can go back to my AD1, and here I can go back here to my, of course, configure replication failover, a scope here, okay, and yeah, that's so starting replication of scope to partner 1. So that's very, very nice. Okay, so this is the DHCP way. Okay, yeah, it's very, very nice. Okay, so I think it's okay. Maybe I can just show you some extra feature. Okay, here you have your backup. You can back up the directly your DHCP configuration here. Here you can go on display statistic. You can see all the statistics you had on your server. Okay, you can see how many offers you had. So this is very nice. You can have the user class. The user class is a special thing for to send information to some of your computer. Okay, so that's it. I think we make a very nice, small resume of the DHCP. Okay, in the next lecture, we'll see information about the DNS. Thank you. Ciao, ciao, bye.